right, we're here with head coach Jack Owens after an 85-55 victory over Army. Coach, your opening statement.
Well, the guys just came out and competed and played hard. We were coming off 2 losses where we easily could have won those 2 games in the Bahamas, and the guys just came out, they executed, and we knew they were going to go zone at some point. We spent a little bit extra time because when we were in the Bahamas, our last game against Pepperdine, we were controlling the game, and they go to a zone just as a saving grace, and it worked. And our guys just took some quick shots last week, and we learned from that. So fast forward, we were able to practice and clean some things up, and the guys executed, getting the ball in the high post and in the post and taking our perimeter shots. But I'm just happy with the overall team win.
When we talked on Wednesday, we talked about closing out games.
Yeah.
Again, you guys scored. You lead by 20 in the first half. Open that up to as many as 31. So. Obviously, that's a point of emphasis that paid off today.
Yes, it is. What I told the guys was we were in this position last week. We were up against Pepperdine at the half, double figures, and we were up against Army 14 points, I believe, at the half, and we were able to come out and execute offensively and defensively and just open the game up. But with a young team, I tell them we're not hitting home runs. We want to continue to hit singles and win the 4-minute wars. Every 4 minutes when we come together, we want to have won that war. So it's just a great team win because the Army, they have a really good point guard. It's top 10 in the country in assists. They got a big kid in Wilson who scores 75% of the time when he gets on the block, and they space you out with shooters all around. So it was just a great game plan and execution by the guys.
Now that you've got some actual games under your belt here and on the road, so to speak, or at least tournament, how do you feel about this team's depth? You feel like you've got more depth than last year?
We have more depth. There's no question about it. And without Isaiah on the verge of getting healthy here soon, we're going to add another guy in there that can, make shots and carry out his assignment and do some things defensively. We definitely have depth, more depth this year, but at the same time, we're young. We're young in a lot of areas, and sometimes a lot of their youth shows up, and it could be late in games. So I have to do a better job of managing those guys because our sophomore class play a lot of minutes. But at the end of the day, when you add H and Milos and Big Al to our team with everyone else we have, we do have good depth.
Speaking of Big Al, he comes off the bench in the first half, gives you 6 rebounds and 2 blocks in 6 minutes. I thought that was getting a lot of grunt work done, but it was in that stretch when you really built your lead.
There's no question about it. He's a kid that when we got, if you go and look, when he played at Cal Poly, rebound per minute was pretty good. He's a guy that also had, I believe, 18 rebounds against Cal 2 years ago on the road against some pros. And then last year he had a game where he had 16 rebounds. And that's all effort and desire and want to right there. And he's a good player for us because he provides that energy and effort each and every day, but he's a pro off the court as well. I mean, he's the guy on his off days. He comes in and work out. He's the ultimate teammate. We're just wanting to talk more, and when you come in as a fifth-year senior, sometimes you just want to fit in and make sure you're not stepping on toes. But a guy of his caliber, his experience, and just his personality, he's just a great kid. I love him to death. We're thrilled to have him.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Sweet, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Bam, you guys had some trouble closing out the games down in Nassau, but today you're leading by 20 in the first half, and you end up leading by as many as 31 in the second half. I'm guessing that was a point of emphasis this week in practice?
Yes, we had a point of emphasis to finish out games and just, stick to what we know and just close them out. In Nassau, we was having trouble just finishing the end of games, and that came back to hurt us. But tonight, that was our focus going into the game, was just to finish it.
You were not necessarily wide open, but certainly, you were one-on-one with the guys several times, wide open for those left-handed layups. Is that something you guys saw in scouting reports and hope to utilize in this game, or is that just something that developed during the game?
Well, in practice, we try to our emphasis in practice, even when they go zone, man, whatever, We just tried to get the ball into the post and drive it as well. We know good things happen when it goes inside, so that was our focus tonight.
Were there any particular things between last year and this year, as far as your individual game, that you or the coaches wanted you to work on?
From this year to last year, it was just me being me taking on a bigger role. With Logan leaving, it fell down to me, and it was my focus over the summer was just to take that role and run with it, and I'm just trying to make the best of it.
Having had last year under your belt, has there anything physically changed, where you feel being in the weight room or anything has changed you all that much, or are you kind of similar, to last year in that regard?
Over the summer, it was a big summer for me. I went home, lost some weight, came back slimmer. So that was a big focus for me over the summer, and hitting the weight room hard, not taking it lightly, getting ready for the season.
You might have finished with 20 if when you had that mismatch on the guard in the post there, and the entry pass actually hit the rim.
Yeah, we
That was funny.
were trying to execute on that, but I mean, things happen in the game. I was just glad to get the win.
All right, thank you, Bam.
Thank you.